BNP Paribas World Group semifinals, and Russia leads 2-1. But look at the score of this match. Dmitry Tursunov winning the opening 2 sets, and Andy Roddick rallying to even this up. And Barry, this is a moment that makes Davis Cup so compelling, a moment which can define a player's career, make them a hero, and it is unfolding here in Moscow.
This is what it's all about, Leaf. You're in a very tough situation, very hostile crowd, if you will, and playing away from home, way down, and here is Roddick trying to keep the United States alive and doing a magnificent job at this point.
Tursunov starting things off in this last set.
I think what Roddick has to do for sure in this 5th set, Leaf, is keep it going like he did in the 4th. Keep the pressure on. Try and stay away from those long rallies. Maybe sneak in a little bit more and knock off some volleys. When did I say that? He misses the forehand.
Yeah. Well, this match has echoes of Pete Sampras playing against Russia back in '95, the last time the U.S. won the Cup. A big 5-set win over Chesnikov to launch the U.S. on their way to winning the Davis Cup that year.
That was the match when they had to drag him off the court after he won that final match point. What a dramatic win that was for Sampras. Right on this same surface back in '95. History may be repeating itself here.
Well, Tursunov's showing out some signs early that he means business in this last set. Certainly a real test for him, but remember, he clinched the Russians' win over France in the quarterfinals. A singles win in that tie that put them into the semifinals.
Tursunov thought he had it. Oh. Can you believe that, Leaf? A second serve ace right on the line.
Well, that's a good start for the Russian, who has really lost all that good momentum he gained by winning the 2 sets out of the blocks.
That's exactly what happened on that ball. It hit the side of the line and just took off.
This Olympic Stadium can hold over 10,000 people for tennis. They have a certain seating configuration, so there are parts of the arena that are not full, but basically the tennis section is very full.
Yeah, some of those shots where you see empty seats, those are not even sold because they're obstructed views. The tennis seats are pretty much filled up.
Talked about Tursunov clinching for Russia against France. Roddick, he's nicknamed the closer around Davis Cup circles. He's always been able to close out ties very successfully. 7 wins and no losses.
Opportunity, and Dreve screaming at his teammate.
It's a good play by Tursunov here. He forces Roddick to volley. It was a good approach shot.
He did. He came over that ball, kept it low. It's dipping right there. Difficult shot to volley.
Well, these guys are warming up nicely, playing the balls right on the edge of the line. Here's one for Roddick.
Virtually in the same spot that Tursunov's serve was a game ago. This match closing in on 3 hours. Love 30 lead disappears, and Tursunov, for the first time, Leaf, we've watched him, the body language looks just a little fatigued, and I can understand why.
Now that is a great finish for Roddick in his opening service game. And you have to credit both these players for keeping their heads about him here when there's so much pressure on. Tursunov, although very colorful off court, in fact, he's the resident blogger on the ATP Tour website, shows off a very colorful character. Today, he's been very impassive. He hasn't shown too much emotion. He's really shown that he has some mental steel. Got a bit of steel in that forehand, doesn't he? Just hammering it.
It was the shot we have seen all day long, the forehand cross court from Dmitry Tursunov, and there's another one. Tursunov gets caught. It's a very tricky little half volley. Watch the touch on this shot. Boy, he used it all there, Leaf. Body English, a little touch.
Doing a lot of running, but you can see how strong he is, that when he's running wide, he can still pull that ball cross court. What a 1-2 punch. The inside-out forehand sets it up. And that was not an easy ball leave. That ball was really dropping. There's the one that sets it up. Now here's the slice. Now watch this ball die. Stays very low, and he has to come over that shot. Bounce. Russia not backing down from the challenge. Tursunov moves ahead 2-1. We are in the 5th set.
You don't have to break a sweat to get into the game. Just lift a finger. TheTennisChannel.com is your source for the players, the passion, and the personality of your favorite sport. From the pro game to your game. The tennis destinations to your dream vacations. It's just not tennis without the net. TheTennisChannel.com.
The Audi Q7, the SUV from the creator of Quattro.
Do you have an adjustable rate mortgage? How much has your monthly payment gone up? Do you have credit card debt? How much are your monthly payments? How much are your car loan payments? How about your home equity loan? How much are your monthly payments? Instead of making all those big payments, get a new low fixed rate home loan from Ditech.com with one low monthly payment, even if you have a credit problem. We'll also guarantee you the lowest rate and fee. Call right now, 1-800-962-1259.
Well, excitement growing in this Olympic Stadium here in Moscow. Dmitry Tursunov and Andy Roddick playing a classic. We're on serve in the 5th set. Roddick showing new tennis balls.
On his own serve as well, which will be very helpful, especially at this point in the match. And there it is, a good example of why new tennis balls are such a big help to a big server like Roddick.
Yeah, that ball has no friction, no air resistance.
Exactly. And on a clay court, we've talked about it, Leaf, the balls really do get heavy. After 9 games of play, they are full of clay. So for Roddick, this is a big relief to see new tennis balls late in the match. And another ace out wide. He's starting to use that spinner now on the deuce court.
Yeah, and that's a serving rhythm he used so effectively at the U.S. Open when he made the run through to the finals, just pounding that serve out wide.
Well, he went for a big second serve down the center. Oh, and Roddick stops play and circles a mark. Can you believe it, Leaf?
Now that is a perfectly legal play on red clay courts, or any clay court for that matter.
And Sandra DeJankin quickly out of the chair calls it. Oh, that's a close call, but he was right.
That's why you don't need to have Hawkeye challenges on a clay court.
Wow.
Because there is evidence of where the ball lands in the clay.
Well, Tursunov did not object, so he knew.
So Roddick carries himself to 2 games all. Interesting to note that the Russian Davis Cup team, so many of the players really developed their games outside of their native Moscow. Tursunov, of course, grew up in Northern California. Safin and Egor Andreev, they trained in Valencia, Spain. Davydenko, he trains in Germany with his brother where he lives.
It's interesting.
The only player who stayed in Moscow throughout his entire career has been Mikhail Yuzny. I think you see that in the women as well. Sharapova training in Florida and in LA, as does Miskina. Svetlana Kuznetsova, former U.S. Open champion, she trains in Barcelona, Spain.
Well, another look at these close calls. Just nicked the line.
Well, the Hawkeye technology shows the ball is good, but the mark suggesting it was out. So second serve.
Wow. This fifth set now coming down to close calls so far. Tursunov again with that brilliant forehand.
So quick to get in position and find an outside edge to pull the ball back cross court. Tursunov hangs on. And we are now, after 5 games on serve, at 3-2 for the Russian.
With all the talk about Medicare Part D, I wasn't sure which prescription drug plan was right for me.
So I got the facts with my free Part D advisor from the AARP Medicare RX plan.
It's only 8 pages, and yet it covers the important facts you or someone you love needs to know.
If you still have questions about Medicare Part D, now's the time to call and get the facts with your free Part D Advisor Guide. You'll learn what you need to know from this simple, easy-to-follow guide, like how Part D prescription drug coverage really works, how to make sense of the drug list, even how you may qualify for extra help.
Use this time to get the facts about Medicare Part D. Call for your free Part D advisor.
From the plan trusted by more Americans than any other, the AARP Medicare RX plan.
Annual enrollment for 2007 is right around the corner. It's not too early to get the facts you need.
Call now for your free guide, the Part D Advisor from the AARP Medicare RX plan, insured by United Healthcare Insurance Company.
Well, a Davis Cup Classic is unfolding here in Moscow. Dmitry Tursunov and Andy Roddick playing their roles, and you can see Tursunov ahead 3-2 on serve in the fifth. And Roddick has done such an exceptional job of finding a way back into this match.
Well, we know one thing, Leaf. We will not see a tiebreak in this fifth and deciding set. Davis Cup rules, you play it out just like the old days. So who knows? 17-15, there have been some beauties through the years.
Right, the U.S. Open is the only major, incidentally, that has tiebreakers in the final and deciding set.
Tursunov uncoils again with that brilliant forehand down the line. Another winner. Roddick thought he had the ace.
That one, according to our replay on the Hawkeye technology, clearly good. And Sandra Dejankin is saying, yes, it is good.
Yeah, Sandra Dejankin now, the lady from France in that chair. Getting very active.
Yeah, she's been down out of the chair on a number of occasions.
She'll be in good shape when this match ends.
So 15 all.
Going to the forehand almost exclusively now. To Tursunov's forehand.
So Roddick wins his service game, and we're at 3 games all, and just remarkable how he can produce that whip-like action after almost 3 hours of tennis with the same velocity, the same bounce. And in many ways, it gets better because he's figuring out the winning formula. Which side do I serve to? When do I go to the body? And he's winning more free points as the match goes on.
Tursunov, another ace out wide. Boy, he has used that serve to the sideline so effectively.
And both these guys flexing their muscle now on the serve. I mean, at this late stage of a match, as you said, it was nice to get a free point.
It's long. Another quick one. That was wide.
So the forehand winner carries Tursunov to a 4-3 lead.
Personalities, the rivalries, championship coverage, only on the Tennis Channel.
Yesterday, David Nalbandian and Agustin Cagliari in Argentina against Australia in the doubles, and they were looking to clinch on the red clay.
This was match point for the Argentine Davis Cup team. Nalbandian serving.
Yeah, they were taking on Paul Hanley and Wayne Arthurs, an experienced doubles side, but the Argentines get it done. They take out Australia 3 straight matches, and they are into the Davis Cup finals.
I think they were excited enough on that match point. This guy's piling on. They could have hurt their team.
That's right. Well, a wonderful moment of celebration as Argentina, who has never won the Davis Cup, will have a chance to play for the title here in 2006. They await the winner of this tie.
beat a pretty good Australian team in Wayne Arthurs and Paul Hanley. I mean, those guys are a world-class team. It was a bit of an upset for the Argentine team.
And in 3 straight sets. Tursunov continues to pull the trigger, but he's not as accurate as he was in the first 2 sets. Well, throughout 2006, Roddick had been averaging about 10 aces per match. But at this year's U.S. Open, he was averaging about 16 aces per match. So an injection of Jimmy Connor's passion really brought out the best serving out of Andy Roddick.
Tursunov continues to go for the forehand, and amazingly enough, keeps hitting winners. Watch where this ball ends up on the Tursunov forehand now. He's way behind the baseline, but is able to get that kind of power into the shot. It's an amazing shot, Leave. It really is when you think about where he hits it from.
Broken string. And a point for Roddick. Always a long walk to the other side of the court, and I'm sure he's going to ask that one be restrung, brought up, back out onto the court.
Throws it to his teammates. He'll take it in quickly. I'm sure he's got a few more that are exactly the same.
Tursunov has really been growing in stature on the men's game. Remarkable to think, with his talents on display today, that he has yet to win a singles title or a doubles title. But the way he's producing now, you feel it's just a matter of time. Of course, Roddick, 21 career singles titles.
This crowd now roaring on all the faults from Roddick.
Missed it.
Oh, not by much. Oh, what a break for Roddick. Roddick takes this ball, goes in behind it. Just wide, didn't miss by much.
Well, a second chance to hang on to his serve for Andy Roddick.
The minute he hit that ball, it was going to go wide.
And that was a pretty big first serve, and you have to credit Tursunov with returning that ball with angle, with interest. Boy, found an error on Roddick's back end. So this match is dead even. 2 sets all and 4 games all. Can Roddick give the U.S. side a chance to play for the 5th and deciding match coming up? Remember, James Blake, Marat Safin are scheduled to be on this court after this match. Russia leading 2-1 in this Davis Cup tie here in Moscow. now. It's Dmitry Tursunov serving in the 9th game.
It's long. This match now over 3 hours old.
I'm Leif Shiras alongside former Davis Cupper for the U.S., Barry McKay. A great hustle by Roddick to stay in the point and then ultimately win it.
15-all.
Roddick had plenty of time on that passing shot. Got a little bit of a break as it just nicked the top of the net.
The net cord goes against Tursunov there.
15-30.
This ball was starting to go in, but the minute it caught the top of the net, right there, it swings wide.
That forehand cross-court has been doing a lot of work for Dmitry Tursunov, and boy, does he get some weight behind it.
Like just barely able to get his racket on that ball. Comes under it.
Tursunov clearly directing his attack into the Roddick backhand. And finally, Roddick is able to jump around it and get the forehand into play, but he doesn't get this one into play.
Using on his feet.
So Tursunov wins another tense service game. 5-4 in the 5th set.
Recently, some allergy decongestants chose to change their formula to stay in the aisle. Claritin D chose not to change.
Thank you, Claritin D.
So now you'll find Claritin D behind the pharmacy counter.
Thank you, Claritin D, for staying tough on the toughest allergy symptoms.
For refusing to change your formula.
Nothing works stronger, faster, or longer to relieve your worst allergy symptoms, including congestion and sinus pressure, without drowsiness.
Thank you, Claritin D, for helping me live Claritin Clear.
Claritin D, now behind the pharmacy counter, still no prescription needed.
Do you have an adjustable rate mortgage? How much has your monthly payment gone up? Do you have credit card debt? How much are your monthly payments? How much are your car loan payments? How about your home equity loan? How much are your monthly payments? Instead of making all those big payments, get a new low fixed rate home loan from Ditech.com with one low monthly payment, even if you have a credit problem. We'll also guarantee you the lowest rate and fee. Call right now, 1-800-962-1259.
Gateway knows what students need for back to school, like our family of innovative notebooks customized just the way you like. Write directly on screen with Microsoft OneNote. The powerful Gateway NX560 with Intel Centrino Duo Mobile technology lets you work, study, play anywhere, anytime. Now get the NX560 with dual-core processing and free shipping for $799.99. Order yours today. Call 1-800-GATEWAY or visit gateway.com.
Andy Roddick, a former U.S. Open champion, this year a U.S. Open finalist, serving to stay alive in this match.
Tursunov, what a shot on the full run up the line. This guy is remarkable. I mean, he looks like he's out of the point and then suddenly hits a brilliant shot like this. Roddick's in quickly, gets to the center of the court, but watches it go by.
Yeah, it looks like he may have given up that line a little too early, but Tursunov put the pass right on the line.
Big points now, late in the fifth set here. Oh, can you believe that shot? Oh, no. I can't believe it, Leaf. He stops on a dime, hits it with the left hand, and then hits the passing shot. Unbelievable. Look at this shot. Totally improvised, and then two-hands it up the line. That was absolutely brilliant. And this crowd just eating it up.
What a piece of improvisation. Oh. Love 30.
Right back.
Oh, when a player is doing the kinds of things that Tursunov is doing, it's best to take the racket out of his hand and serve an ace, and that's just what Roddick did. Boy, he could use another one here.
Yes.
Oh, Roddick stays calm under pressure and delivers a beauty.
Well, this is what it's all about, Leaf. We've said it before, but you talk about drama, excitement, tenseness. It's all right here in this final set. It's a winner.
Yeah, and this space down the line looked very inviting to Roddick. He felt he could make it, but just couldn't pull it in. Roddick continuing to attack, and this is a great finish. So Roddick wins the 10th game, and boy, there are some tense moments here. His crowd hanging on the edge of its seat. So 2 sets all, 5 games all. Remember, no tiebreakers in the final set of Davis Cup tennis.
And as a player, Leaf, that makes a big impact because you're used to playing tie breaks, and all of a sudden you say, hey, wait a second, this is going to go down to whatever it happens to be, and so you actually have to conserve energy just a little bit at this point.
Yeah, you have to recognize your chances to really invest fully in managing a break, perhaps. But no break points in this final set yet, and that's a great start for Roddick right off the return.
Long 15.
English that ball over, just caught the top of the net. There's a nice slice approach. And Tursunov trying to keep that ball low.
15 all.
Yeah, that chance would have given him love 30. And you can see it's collective agony on the U.S. bench. Oh, what a shot. Both men digging deep now, and this turn, it's Roddick's turn.
15, 13.
Second serve from Tursunov. He's done that a couple times. He sees Roddick leaving that big forehand side open, and he goes for it.
Patrick McEnroe trying to channel positive energy into his man.
Open court. Watch this shot from Tursunov. He has nothing but time. A wide open court, and if he doesn't win this match, he's going to remember that shot tonight.
Oh, it's over the baseline. That ball's wide. Boy, and that point was just filled with tactical play, wasn't it? And another breakpoint chance for Roddick. If he wins this point, he would serve for the match. that ball wide.
Looked wide.
Alexander Dujenkin is out of the chair, and the ball is called wide.
It was wide.
And Roddick secures a break here in the 5th set. And the American now will come around and serve for the match.
Tests are completed. The results are in. The all-new Kia Sedona is the first and only minivan to earn both the Insurance Institute's top safety pick and the government's 5-star crash safety rating in all 4 categories. The all-new Kia Sedona, the highest safety-rated minivan ever built. And with a 10-year warranty, it's also the best value on the road. To learn more, visit kia.com.
I think that's one of the most important things about eHarmony. You don't have to do a lot of the heavy lifting.
And the key to that is the profile.
You know, I don't have to feel the pressure to go out and search for people.
With other online services, I kind of felt like I had to market myself. And with eHarmony, I could just be myself.
Dating sites give you a picture and a paragraph. At eHarmony, we do the matching for you, based on who you are at the deepest levels.
Somewhere in all those questions, they deciphered that she's the right girl for me.
I mean, she loves me for who I am.
You don't have to sacrifice anything. You can be who you want to be. You can be the guy that loves to watch the ball game on Monday night and find the woman that loves it too.
And it just does work. I'm not sure I care how it works as long as it does.
Get matched based on who you really are. Log on to eHarmony.com and get your compatibility profile. A $50 value free.
Okay, where have you been all my life? You know, how come I didn't meet you earlier?
eHarmony.com. Log on today.
You got off that train back there, you did 2 things you've never done before. At least not at the same time. You shook my hand, and then you looked me square in the eye. Where'd that come from?
Call 1-888-349-ARMY now for a free DVD and learn about the training, education, and other benefits that come from serving as a soldier in the U.S. Army. You'll also get a free boonie hat. Are you ready to answer the call?
Well, Andy Roddick has had a couple of moments when he's recovered from 2 sets down. Of course, his most famous was that escape, I should say, against David Nalbandian at the 2003 U.S. Open, a title he went on to win.
Exactly. I remember that match so well. Everybody thought he was out. He came back to not only win that one, but the whole banana.
That's right. He took out Nalbandian from down match point, and then took out Juan Carlos Ferrero.
Again, so incredible. Roddick looked like he had the point 1. Look at this shot, deep, and yet the Russian rips that back in the forehand cross court. It's an incredible shot.
Yeah, playing into his forehand is Russian roulette.
Look out.
Oh, Roddick, what an amazing point. So much on the line here as he's serving for the match. He's trapped at the net, and the ball comes right to him.
It turned out to be a very tough shot for Roddick. Stops. He makes it, but watch where he ends up. Right on top of that net. And to be careful again that he didn't hit that net.
Not sure they teach that volley in the textbooks with the second hand up on the frame, but I think Roddick will take it.
And Tursunov with a solid return when he needs it.
just enough out of the hitting zone. Roddick was there. Draws the net. Now he has to fend off some break points, or we are back on even terms.
If Tursunov wins this point, you're going to hear the biggest roar of the afternoon. Not that time.
13.
Well, the break advantage disappears.
Look at this place. Going crazy for their guy.
Well, Roddick with a chance to close out the match, but you have to give credit to the Russian. He came up with some big shots, particularly off the forehand. And Roddick unable to cross the finish line, and we are at 6 games all.
And there will be no tiebreak.
Well, nothing generates passions quite like Davis Cup. Roddick just taking a moment.
Miss it. You could hear it off the frame of the racket.
15
Now, this is an amazing response from Tursunov. Down the break, breaks back, and then delivers 2 fine points to get going on his own serve.
Oh!
That is a beautiful tennis point. He played all the angles right and kept the pressure on with the forehand.
You see him move way out of court. He only has one play here, and that's the one he hit, the winner. Steffi Graf is watching. She's saying, "He watched me closely." That was her great shot, that forehand from off. Beautiful serve.
Well, another ace for the Russian, and he moves ahead 7-6 in the 5th set.
Tennis, you can't get enough of it. Do you want to get closer to the game? Here's the best way. Join the United States Tennis Association. For for a limited time, it's just $25 to become a new member. To join, just call 1-888-TRY-USTA or click on tryusta.com. You'll get closer to the game with preferred access and discounts on tickets to pro events throughout the country. You can play USTA League Tennis and have the opportunity to advance to a national championship, all for just $25. You'll also receive free subscriptions to tennis and USTA magazines. And this official US Open hat if you join now. Your membership also supports local programs in your community. So call 1-888-TRY-USTA. That's 1-888-TRY-USTA. Get closer to the game of tennis. Join the USTA today. Call 1-888-TRY-USTA now.
The Audi Q7, the SUV from the creator of Quattro.
Andy Roddick and Dmitry Tursunov in the 5th set, and the Russian has up 7-6. We're on serve, and a classic is unfolding.
This is what Davis Cup is all about right here. Double fault.
Well, a double fault called. Now let's see. Sandra Dujankin, I think, will come down out of the chair and investigate this mark.
She's already there.
Yeah.
Saying it's good. Wow.
Caught a portion of the line.
Dmitry has another look. Yeah, he caught it.
Well, he's pleading his case to the judge, but she's not buying it.
The electronic world meets the human world right
That's
there.
Right.
Break for Sampras. He gets the call.
You mean Roddick?
I mean Roddick. I'm thinking of Sampras back in '95 when he won this thing.
It's over the baseline. Well, that is a big forehand inside out, and Roddick just unable to control the feel on the lob. Something for these young fans to cheer about. A sensational play.
Oh. From way back, Roddick takes a big chance on a huge point here. And it works. No.
I'm still shaking my head at how good Roddick looked on that drop shot. Clearly he's emboldened by what he needs to do in order to win. And he really was digging deep to come up with a winning play, and he found it. Boy, and now using the serve to build the score. I'm sure he's thinking deep down, why couldn't I have served this at 6-5? But no, he lost that game. So Roddick now 7 games all. And you can see the time there on the courtside clock, just clicking over 3.5 hours of tennis. And this match still has a few twists and turns ahead of it, no doubt.
You have to know that Roddick now is thinking, can I just get one break? I should be able to hold.
An exceptional return.
Yep. First point. Patrick McEnroe doing everything he can to pull his man through. Even this tie.
Next person is
really putting on a display today, and his forehand is truly one of the best shots in the game.
No question, Leaf. This is a brilliant shot again. Just waits for the last minute. Roddick was leaning to his right.
Think of some of the best forehands in the game: Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal, Fernando Verdasco.
In his day, Pete Sampras.
Marcos Baghdadis. I mean, you have to almost put this forehand right in that group, or at least close to it. I mean, he is producing some remarkable stuff, and for a long time, Roddick was considered to have one of the biggest forehands in the game. But that stroke has really gotten him out of trouble today. Roddick really developed that point well. Trading forehands, anticipated the cross-court reply, and he tried to make the attack up the line. He just missed this transitional play. I think Roddick knows that this ball's wide. So 40-15. Tursunov moves ahead. 15 games played in this final set, and we do not have a decision. 8-7 for the Russian.
Tennis Shorts, booking a tennis destination. So you're ready to book your tennis trip. Maximize your vacation court time with a few simple steps. Be sure to make your court reservation at the same time you make your room reservation. This will ensure you'll be good to go as soon as you arrive. Some resorts have a variety of court surfaces. When booking your time, be sure to specify which you'd like.
Many resorts include court time in your room rate, but some may charge an hourly fee, so ask about court costs. That way, you'll know what to expect on your final bill. If possible, book clinics and lessons in advance too. Ask how many pros are on staff, what kind of programs they offer, and if there's any extra cost. If you're going solo, no worries. Many resorts have local members available for matchups. A tennis vacation is a great opportunity to improve on your game. To book a tennis vacation, go to our online travel section at thetennischannel.com.
The Olympic Stadium in Moscow, Russia has had some memorable matches. 1995, Pete Sampras taking on Andrei Chesnikov in the Davis Cup final. The U.S. trying to take out Russia and win the title, and it was Sampras in the opening match trying to close out one of the best clay quarters in the game.
This was match point for Sampras after an exhausting match. What a point.
And Sampras able to get it done. And immediately after clinching the match, he collapses on the court in cramps.
Unbelievable moment, Lee, thinking back on it. And obviously the captain, Gullickson, rushes out there, and they virtually drag him off the court after that win. What a spectacular moment. And what a 3 days Sampras had, winning both of his singles and the doubles with Todd Martin.
Yeah, it was one of the single most historic achievements in U.S. Davis Cup history, and those pictures are so memorable.
Yeah.
What a moment for Sampras. Of course, Sampras never winning the French Open, and people saying that, well, that was the one thing perhaps lacking from his resume. But I think in many ways that clay court achievement was almost as good.
And he said so. He said, you know, of all the major tournaments that he won, that moment was spectacular for him. And my question was, if he hadn't won that match point, and went down with the cramps, what would have happened? And hell, we'll never know. The match was over.
Yeah, it really was. Well, we've got another memorable moment unfolding in front of our very eyes here. 8-7 in the final set. Dmitry Tursunov is ahead of Andy Roddick. The American will serve. And this is the fifth and final set. Roddick is trying to push this tie to 2 matches apiece. If he can win, it would give James Blake a chance to play Marat Safin in the final match and perhaps complete one of the most improbable comebacks in U.S. Davis Cup history. They were down love 2. They've won the doubles point. Roddick now with Tursunov, and Safin and Blake waiting in the wings.
A great return from Tursunov, but too much from Roddick. The thing about the non-tiebreak, Leaf, is that Sampras, every time he steps up to serve now, is down the game. Very tough psychologically.
Yeah, and a return of serve like that can be very damaging psychologically. And Roddick, this second serve just gets munched.
15.
I mean, this guy does not lack for firepower, that is for certain.
Now we'll see if Tursunov continues to try and hit that return of serve for a winner.
13, 15.
Boy, that is a nice break for Roddick.
Yes.
14, 15.
Roddick showcasing some power off the forehand of his own, and the shot helping him now get to 8 games all.
Solid return from Roddick. Now he's starting to jump all over that serve. Just for a moment, it looks like Tursunov's serve starting to drop slightly shorter than it has been. There it is again. You can almost call that old reliable. And that thing has just been his bread and butter, that forehand cross court. Another look. Perfect timing. You know, he jumps Leaf and just somehow gets his weight into it just at the right moment. That's real talent. Tursunov out wide. A double.
This game, really evidence of how he's been dictating play, whether it's an ace, a double fault, a forehand winner, an error. Roddick has been more steady, more solid over the course of these 5 sets.
Just stays in.
I think Roddick is referring to the bounce he got on this one.
Yeah.
Well, he has been playing in a confident manner throughout this entire match, and he continues to do so here in the 5th set. 9-8 Tursunov.
Does knee pain limit your motion? Get relief with Icy Hot Pro Therapy, powered by Cold Packs.
Now I can scramble.
I can feel it work.
It goes the distance.
Pro Therapy from Icy Hot. It's about freedom of motion.
Pop quiz. What midsize SUV has a remarkably spacious interior, a class-leading warranty, a 5-star crash safety rating, and starts at just $15,865 after $4,000 cash back? Is it A, the rugged Kia Sorento, B, the tough Kia Sorento, C, the durable Kia Sorento, or D, all of the above? Correct. You picked the Kia Sorento, and with $4,000 cash back, there really is no other choice. Hurry in and get $4,000 cash back on the comfortably refined Kia Sorento. To learn more, visit kia.com.
Do you have an adjustable rate mortgage? How much has your monthly payment gone up? Do you have credit card debt? Get a new low fixed rate home loan with one low monthly payment, even if you have a credit problem. Call 1-800-962-1259.
Well, action continues here in this World Group semifinal. Roddick and Tursunov in the final rounds of a thriller. Must-win game for Andy Roddick, down 8-9.
Used to be called the Thriller in Manila. This is the Powwow in Moscow.
15.
Effort from Tursunov. 2 lunging lobs, and then he gets his racket on that last ball.
13, 15.
Thought for a moment he might get that ball into the corner.
A good look at some of the young fans who are living and dying by every shot. This is a thrilling encounter.
This match closing in on 4 hours.
So Roddick holds serve.
9 games all.
We are at 9 games all. Just remarkable to me, Barry, how both these guys have shown such remarkable reserves of physical and mental energy. I mean, Davis Cup is such a pressure cooker as it is, but here we are 18 games into the 5th set.
Amazing.
Both looking fairly fresh.
And the situation, Leaf, as we've mentioned, so crucial. America has to win this point to stay alive. The other kid, Tursunov, trying to close it out. 4th match, semifinals, Davis Cup. Neither of these guys are showing signs of fatigue. They are both totally into this match. Did I say it? He double faults to start his own service game.
Swansea.
Well, that's something of a break for Tursunov there. The ball took a bad bounce, and he ended up playing a backhand that turned into an unintentional drop shot.
So true. Plus, really, this was not that easy a shot. Roddick was going to try and anticipate. Get the slide.
Here is an opening slightly for Roddick at 15:30. Do you believe that? Oh my, what an ace.
Andy can't either. Second serve, down 15-30, and there is a second serve ace. Pictures coming to us through Russian television. Every once in a while, a quick glitch.
Went after the return.
It's long.
Yeah, our host broadcaster is NTV Plus, Russian television, bringing us the sights and sounds. We do get the occasional interruption on the satellite, so we apologize for that. That time. Well, he was asking a lot of himself in such a pressure-filled moment to come up with a winning drop shot. So 2 sets all, 9 all, deuce.
Good.
Oh, that is a brilliant tennis point. And Roddick did everything right, but still could not close the door.
Patrick McEnroe and Roddick exchanging unbelievable moments there. Wow, just over the baseline.
And Tursunov really retained his composure so well. He forced Roddick to volley. And he got the desired result, so he's got a game point again to get to 10-9. Getting into double digits in the 5th set.
Believe the shot. Serve and volley.
10-9, Tursunov.